Hello Dumaguete, hello Negros Oriental, and hello Sillimanians around the world. On behalf of Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-Not, this is Joshua Soldivillo, and you are watching Silliman. Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine show that talks about different aspects of Silliman University, a program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to Silliman. Hello, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Thank you for joining another episode of Silliman, and of course, our Facebook friends who are continuously supporting us. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And so far, in our previous episodes, we have featured already some student achievers, well, that is in the field of military for our ROTC cadet, and of course in the field of film. And at this time, since we are truly holistic here in Silliman, we are now actually guesting this I would say group of beautiful, empowered ladies in Silliman University. I'm talking about our members of the Silliman University Red Stallions, our archers. So I told them to introduce themselves. So let's, sino ba mag-una mag-introduce dito? We will start from this portion, and let's get to know their name, their course, and the department that they belong to.
I'm Naina Tagle. I'm grade 9. I'm still in high school.
Hello, my name is Nicole Marie Tagle, and I'm a third-year BS Accountancy student.
Hello, my name is Phoebe Nicole Amistoso. I am a first-year BSIT student.
Hi, my name is Pia Bidaure, and I am a civil engineering graduate.
Ay, may graduate
Just
na pala.
Last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So my name is Gabrielle Monica D. I'm a second-year BS Psychology student.
Ayun. Thank you very much, guys, and welcome to Silliman.
Thank you.
We are very thrilled because, of course, Silliman University, aside from we excel in music, we excel in other things, no? But we are also known for our players in the world of archery, no? Because usually you bag all the time golds and you are the headlines of the newspapers, no? So we are truly proud of you. Please know that. So let us begin first with getting to know each one of you, and how did you fall in love with archery? How did you meet archery? Perhaps you were inspired by Robin Hood or the Cupid, or I don't know, you were inspired by Lapu-Lapu during the time in your history class. I don't know. So maybe you can unpack the story for us. So let's start with our fresh graduate, or the fresh na fresh.
So,
Pia.
My sister and I started 10 years ago on May 1st because the sister of my mom, the elder sister of my mom, she's the national team coach.
Wow.
Yeah, so she started her own archery club just across our house. So we did it for the summer, and then eventually we continued, and then here we are now.
Wow. So you
10
just
years
celebrated
after.
your
Yeah,
10th year.
yeah.
May 1. They
May
still
1.
remember. It's May 1. Okay.
Yeah.
May 1. So you are sisters.
Yes.
Okay, siblings, no? So you met archery because of your aunt?
Yeah, my aunt.
That who built this archery, how do you call that?
Club.
Club.
Yeah.
And it's just near your house. Wow. How about, we have another set of sisters here, the Tagle sisters. How about Naina?
My inspiration was Ate.
Aww.
We are 7 years apart, so by the time I was 7, Ate was already shooting, and I saw her shooting, and I was like, I want that too.
So how about you, Nicole? How did you find out about archery?
Actually, archery has been a prominent sport here in the university.
Yeah.
Even before, I think all of us were born, it was already a predominant sport where a lot of notable national team archers. Actually, currently, the female national team for archery, present ngayon, all three of them. So, besides them, we also have Mark Javier, he was an Olympian. We have, again, their aunt, si Miss Joy Marino. And also we have Jennifer Chan. And we also have Myrto brothers din. Si Coach Roel Myrto and Coach Crisaldo Myrto.
Ayun. So, you were influenced by this...
Yes, all of them. Actually, my dad was the one who introduced it to me first. Since my dad and I sport used to be practical shooting, and since it wasn't credited by the school, he asked if maybe I could be interested in archery since it had similar discipline, na, you know, we have to. And plus, it's not an active sport where I have to run around. So at least, you know, pero we still get to...
Yeah, we still do cardio.
We still do cardio.
Alright, we'll
But-
talk about your preps in a bit.
Yeah.
How about Phoebe?
Yeah. Actually, I didn't have like a real life person that introduced me to archery. I was actually into anime as a kid, still am, but like
Yeah.
I saw this anime called Inuyasha, and there's like an archer
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So I wanted to try it. Pero it took me like a year before I actually got to try it because my parents saw this archery range in Bagakay under one of the Murto siblings, but they asked about it and it was too expensive at the time, so they were like, maybe not right now.
Yeah, you just continue watching Inuyasha.
Yeah. And then my brother got into soccer, and the training field for his team at the time was in Silliman ball field. And then while I think walking around the ball field, my parents saw people training in archery there, and they were like, "Oh, there's a range here. Ato tong pangatan." And so they did ask, and then that's how I
Ayun.
got into it.
Wow, what a story, no? From anime and then now
Yeah, sorry.
to a national, national team member. Wow. So let's go to, I'm interested to ask Gab this question. Gab, what do you think are the qualities that you should have when you are an archer? May qualifications ba yon in terms of height, in terms of weight? Ano ba? Because other sports are very physical specific. Like in boxing, you have to weigh this much, or like in, so is this sports also that specific in terms of qualifications, or as long as you can shoot, go?
Yeah, actually, archery is very inclusive. So we don't have any weight category, height requirement. And also you can see with archery, there are para-archers. So these are archers who either can't walk or don't have hands. Some are blind.
I see, yeah.
So in that sense,
Blind?
yeah. So
I mean, 100% blind. Wow.
yeah, so we can say that archery really is inclusive.
Wow,
So
yeah.
if anyone wants to join archery, they can freely join archery. So we don't have any height requirements, weight requirements.
That's nice. I think I'm interested. Right. Now let's talk about your preparations before the training and even during the training. Do you also get to have to run a lot? Because for badminton players, at least I know their pre-game workouts or their warm-ups. They have to jog around. They have to do these exhibitions. How about you guys? What do you do? Do you just do more flexing your muscles, or your fingers, conditioning your fingers, your eyes? Do you do yoga? What are the rituals before the game?
Warm up.
We do have like dynamic stretches and tagan.
Yes.
Yeah, dynamic stretches and stuff before, because I think it's better to not be too tired before shooting. That's why our strength and conditionings are usually after.
Yeah, but archery is just like any other sport. We do cardios, we do weight training, we do yoga, we meditate also for our focus. So it's just like any other sport.
Okay. So, of course, in other sports, ako personally, I'm not that knowledgeable in terms of the rigmaroles or the details of the game. So and I think some of our televiewers are also interested how the game exactly goes. I mean, we're just watching, okay, this arrow shooting. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's okay. But what's exactly the mechanics of the game? So let us unlock some words first. So what are the tools that you use in archery? So first you have, do you call it bow and arrow ba?
Yeah,
Or
yes.
there's a different term?
Bow and
Bow
arrow.
and arrow. So the bow is the sea, like the sea-like
Yes.
thing, and then the arrow is the one that
Yes.
you shoot. And then I observed that you put the arrows in near your waist. So how do you call that stuff?
The
It's-
quiver.
Yeah.
Quiver. How do you spell that?
Q-U-I-V-E-R.
VR. So you call that the quiver. Okay. And then, so you position, how far do you target? How do you call the target? You just call it target?
Yes.
Target.
It
Target.
is just
So
called-
how far should you stand from the target?
It depends.
It depends. Is it by category as well, or it depends on the kind of competition you are entering?
It
The kind
depends
of-
on the kind of competition. Yes.
So for like say for the standard archery competition, how far usually the target is?
It's by age.
By age. So let's say for grade 9, like you,
Supposedly, it's 50 meters.
5-0.
Yes.
50 meters. How far is 50 meters? But that's quite far, ah. 50
it's bigger than
meters.
this room.
And then the farthest would be
70 meters.
Wow,
It used-
70 meters.
It used to be 90. Yeah.
So what happened to the 20?
I have no idea. So 70 meters is the Olympic distance for.
So that's the Olympic standard.
Yeah.
70. Wow, imagine 70 meters shooting at that distance. That's quite a skill, really. All right. So 70 meters, you have the quiver, you have the bow and arrow, and then how about for, let us say, your signal to shoot? When do you know when to shoot? How do you know when to shoot?
There's a buzzer.
There's a buzzer.
Is there like was a whistle like, like
Well,
There
now
are-
it's technical. So it's just a
Sa
push
shot.
on the button.
Okay. So it's like the buzzer. So siya talaga mga sa archery. No? So there's a buzz and then you start. How about for the audience? Are the audience allowed to cheer? Or it's preferred that the audience stays silent? And
Usually audiences are only there during elimination round medal matches. Yes, they are allowed to cheer, but it's an unspoken rule, I think, that when someone's already aiming, everyone's quiet.
I see. That's part of the ethical things or the norms, no? When somebody, because you have to concentrate, no? I could imagine like a 70-meter target. That's quite challenging, really. Let's go to the target first, because in the target I see circles. So can you describe to us what those circles are for? Does it designate scores also? Na
Points.
kung because they're also colorful, ha? May blue, may or red. Sige.
Yeah.
So maybe Nicole, maybe you can share to us the scoring system or
Okay. So in a target or in a target phase, we call it a target phase, there are about 10 rings. So each, or no, 11 rings, I'm sorry, and each indicate a specific score. So in the bullseye, we call it the bullseye, we have the X ring, but it's only equivalent to 10 points.
10 points.
Yes, and we use it to break ties. So whenever we have archers that score the same points, then we have to count the number of X's that they've shot.
So the first layer or the first ring or the
smallest.
smallest, that would
Yes.
be 10 points.
Yes.
Regardless if you hit the X, it's still 10 points.
Yes, so then the second ring, yes, it's 10. Then the next ring is 9.
9.
And all of those 3 rings are colored yellow or gold. Then the next the next 2 rings are red, which are 8 and 7. Then it's preceded by 6 and 7.
6 and 5.
6 and 5, I'm sorry,
Blue.
with blue.
Yeah.
And then 4, 3 for black, and then 2 and 1 for white.
So it's guaranteed that when you hit the surface of the target, may score ka na. It's guaranteed.
As long as you break the paper and you see like there's a hole in it, usually there's some archers that their bow weight isn't as strong or great. So there's a tendency where the target would bounce, or I mean the arrow would bounce. So then that's the point where they check the target face and then they check if
There's a
nandun ba
hole.
yung hole.
Ayun. So it scores. So if you didn't hit the target, that would be 0.
Mm-hmm.
Or if didn't penetrate, That's also a zero score.
Yes.
Ayun. So, it's very interesting to know archery, right? So, let us talk about your personal rituals when you try to join the, because for here we have invited here, for example, examinees, no? They would, do like, they wear red underwears, or they would put like a coin in their shoes. So, do you also practice the same thing? Do you have rituals before the game? Okay, I'm seeing Naina nodding her head. Yeah.
Yes. I wear a red hat.
A red hat. That's your ritual. You wear a red hat. Who gave that red hat, Naina? Where did you get that?
That red hat is in the family.
Oh.
Ate started the ritual.
Actually, it's an old family bucket hat. We all our relatives had a red bucket hat. It was for a reunion, and then during our time, during my time when I saw a lot of archers using bucket hats, my tatay went like, "Okay, you need a bucket hat. Don't worry, you have one." So now it became a thing for us.
So that is your
to wear
ritual,
the red hat.
wearing that red. I think you should treasure that, because maybe those who are aspiring, they will buy one right now. How about you, Phoebe? Do you have any ritual? Do you drink something, or do you sing some song that you can sing to us right
Actually,
now?
no, thank you.
Just kidding.
Before, it was either I used to have this ribbon bow hair clip that I put in my quiver.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they'd
And
remember that.
where did you get that?
Someone gave it to me. Was
Is that
a
someone
friend.
special?
No, it was a friend.
Marites lang.
And then it just became a thing where I'd usually have a ribbon, like even not my hair tie right now, but I had a ribbon. And then it was a team thing as well, where we would drink Barocca, like right before, like early in the morning.
It's okay. So Biroka, okay. Noted. Okay, so I like that. That's a very cute story. How about you,
For
Pia?
me, before a game, I usually just stay on the side, away from the noisy crowd, and then listen to music.
What music do you listen to? Like, are these
Different kinds of music. For
different.
different, yeah, just based on how I feel.
okay? So just music.
Yeah,
and
for
then
about 10 minutes.
10
and then-
minutes. So just music
yeah.
to focus,
Yeah.
get grounded. That's nice. All right. How about Gab?
Usually I do the same.
Music.
I
then.
distance myself.
Ah,
and then-
distance.
yeah.
Okay.
And then maybe when I wake up for that day, I meditate for like 10 minutes, I think.
Meditation.
Yeah, I meditate for 10 minutes, and then just right before the game, I distance myself. I calm myself down, remind myself what I need to do, and then I'm good.
How do you meditate? Like, do you like inhale, exhale, or do you have a guided meditation? Because there's a lot of stuff in YouTube
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
just have to listen. That
Yeah.
close your eyes. Do you
Close your
do-
eyes and breathe.
Okay, something like that.
Usually, I do guided meditations.
Guided meditations.
Yeah. On days that I feel like I can't focus on the guided meditations, I listen to quiet music.
Ayun. So, to all our aspiring champions there, you just have to combine all of these techniques. You have to find red
Red bucket hat, drink Barocca.
Baroka, and then meditate, distance yourself. For sure, you will bring bring home the gold with you. But guys, we're just going to take for a short break. But when we come back, let us go back to that first formal competition that you participated in and tell us what the experience was like, right? So please stay with us. #Silliman will return. Welcome back. You're still watching #Silliman, and we still have here our Silliman University. I was about to say Silliman University Red Horse, but Red Stallion. All right. So let us talk about the competitions that you've been in, and let's talk about the first formal competition that you have participated. So maybe Gab would like to start. When was this and where?
My first competition, coincidentally, was the Silliman Founders Day
Ah, okay.
back in 2013.
13.
Yeah,
Okay.
2013. So I started out 11 years old, very, very small. Shot like 5 meters, 7 meters.
And did you win?
I won a silver medal.
Wow, amazing.
So yeah, that was really a nice experience, especially since it was my first competition, and then I won. So I think that sort of ignited the fire
The
in
fire.
me to continue.
How about Pia?
The same with my sister. The first competition was the Silliman Founders Day tournament. But my first national tournament was in 2014, the Philippine National Games. And there were hundreds of archers. We started at 8 in the morning. We ended around 7 in the evening.
Wow, that's
Because
almost
there were
12 hours of...
because there were 100 of, more than 500, I would say. And that was I didn't really score well at that time, since all of my equipment were all because in archery your equipment has to be matched to your arrow length.
It's personal.
Yeah, it's
very
personalized.
technical.
Customized.
Yeah.
I
So I cannot
see.
borrow her equipment.
Oh.
She cannot borrow mine. So at that time, I was just
okay.
borrowing from what my aunt used to do.
All right.
Yeah. So,
So it was according to your arm
It wasn't-
span,
no.
or- Okay, okay.
yeah, and
Got
then
that.
so usually if that happens, you don't sight at the yellow.
Yeah.
So I had to sight at a kalamungay tree. Yeah, at the range. So my arrow would hit the target.
Okay.
Yeah, so that inspired me to, train more in order to be able to pull a heavier bow. So
Yeah.
so I would be able to use the arrows and match and, aim at the yellow ring. So that was my first national tournament. And then my first international tournament was, I think we were together in Bangkok, 2017.
Yes,
Yeah.
2017.
So we were together
Thailand.
yeah.
Thailand.
And
So
who
that
were the
was-
participants in this international game?
India was
Asian?
there. This
or-
was
It's
an
an
Asian
Asian
tournament.
Asian
yeah.
tournament, okay.
So
And then how did you...
I also didn't score very well
didn't
because I was a very tensed archer.
Because it was your first...
Because it was the first
Yeah.
tournament, first international tournament, and that was the first tournament after I got into the national team. So I was very pressured by myself, by no one else, just by myself. So, and then later on, I finally recovered from all that pressure.
Yeah.
So I eventually, my latest international tournament was the
Asia Cup.
Asia Cup in Taiwan.
Okay. And then how did you perform? How did you
I kind of
score this time?
performed well.
Wow.
I would say I think rank 8th, 7th. I'm not sure.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah, so it's I would say it's a journey, no? It's a process that you improve yourself one shot at a time. How about you, Phoebe?
I would say I don't know if it's an actual formal event, but the first competition I joined was a fun shoot, kind of Valentine's fun shoot. I was like,
You
not
were
even
Cupid.
a month in, not even a month in archery. My coach at the time decided that, let's see if the new archers can handle this.
Okay.
There was just 2 of us. I got silver.
See, that's a good thing when there's few competitors. Because if there are just 2 of you, then you'll get the silver.
Exactly.
And then your first national
First
competition.
national, 6 months in, I think. It was on my birthday. We didn't have lunch at the time. It was Batang Pinoy at Bulacan. It was so funny too, because I didn't know what to do. I was very lost. And then elimination round came and I went against everyone in the Dumaguete team.
Was there a point that you guys had to
we had to,
compete?
yeah, we all of us
course,
had
yes.
to have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sige,
So
we
it's
will
a-
ask if who's the best among here. Later. And then your have you tried playing internationally?
I have, yeah. My very first one was, I think, a month after getting in the national team as well. Also July, Taiwan.
Taiwan.
2019. I was with them.
Yeah.
I think it was that time nga kami
We
ni
first got in the
Abby
team.
got in the team.
Wow, congratulations guys. We have here, sino ba yung who has the longest experience here as far as shooting is
I think,
in archery?
yeah, I think the
The two of you. How about you, Nicole?
Actually, I can't recall the very first tournament.
Because of the many competitions that you have
Yes,
joined,
and
no?
Sometimes at the start of my career, my journey sa archery, I was more on. I don't know another word for it, but I was very lutang. Like,
Lost. You're
I
lost.
was very lost.
Okay.
So, my priority was I get to enjoy the game and I get to do it with my friends. So, a lot of those tournaments at start, it's just very blurry, and I for some reason I managed on my a year into the sport, I managed to qualify for the Palarong Pambansa.
Yeah.
And I was also with a close friend of mine who was my teammate at the time, Nasha Dionaldo. She was also a known veteran in the sport. So I was very blessed to be part of that, to experience that opportunity. And one thing that I cannot forget was the time na on the first day of the tournament, my tatay brought me out of the place that we were staying at, and we were walking I don't know how many blocks before the tournament, and I was asking tatay, why were we walking so far? And we have a car, why do we have to go so far? And he's like, we have to look for a chapel. And then we went to a local, like a barangay chapel. And then we both knelt, and he was very quiet. I wasn't sure if he was praying or so. I just asked the Lord. Now I'm like, Lord, just give to me what Tatay is asking for. And then I didn't know how to properly pray. I was like, what do you pray for a competition? This is like a first. This is my first national. So then, exact timing. The very first distance that I competed, I wasn't the best in my team. I thought I was like, since I was a rookie, I considered myself as a rookie at that time. It's like, there's no chance. And then God really answered Tatay's prayer. And then he gave me the first gold of the tournament. I was like, thank you, Lord.
Wow, that's a wonderful story there, right? Because this goes to show how supportive your family is. I mean, looking and hearing your stories, I mean, that's much support and love there, because this would take time and of course some resources, and you guys must have a very supportive family. About this, Naina, because you just started ba? No? Because you were still in grade 9, or
I did not just start.
okay. But I mean, for the national competition.
Actually, no. Actually, she started really young then.
Young
Actually,
din, grabe, no?
Same
How
story ni
How
Abby.
old ba? Mga 7?
I was 8 or 9.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
And then, when was the first formal competition that you
It was
joined?
also a Silliman Founders Day.
Silliman Founders Day.
And it was very fun because I still remember, like, I bought a band around my arm and I was like, and then I shot, and then I got a double bronze. And so I was really happy.
Wow. So you guys, I know you still have a very long way to go, and we look forward to more golds that you're bringing home. But I'm sure that this also takes a lot of balancing, no? Because given that you are students, and it's good that we have a graduate here because we get the perspective of how did she manage and pull it off, putting academics, sports, and perhaps love life all together. So how did you manage this, guys? What do you think is the key in balancing this? Because you have to, di ba? You have to live and you have to miss, like, for example, 1 week, or let's say 2 weeks, right?
A month.
Or sometimes a month. So how do you do this, and how does Silliman University support your love for archery? Who can be the representative?
I think I'd speak for all of us
Yeah.
that we actually just we had to have discipline, yeah, and probably time management. We had to learn the art of time management.
Yeah.
Yeah, kasi there's not much time, waking time for us to
Do everything.
do everything. So we eventually had to learn how to wake up early, I'd say. Wake up early, sleep late. and then wake
How
up
early is
again.
early ba?
Maybe
4
at
a.m.?
5
5 a.m. Okay.
to train and then
Go to school
go to
again.
school
Go
at
to
7.
school.
Wow.
And train
Train
again,
again in the
after
In the evening?
Yeah.
Until what time in the evening?
7.
7 then. Okay.
So,
So balancing, and then what else? What else do you do to make sure that you do not lose track of your academics?
Usually after 7, that's the academics time.
Academics time.
So like,
Right, so it's really making sure that you allot time for studies,
Yeah.
you allot time for sports, no? So I just want to be a little bit Marites here. Do you also see this an opportunity to find for love life? Or
love life.
for is there a time for love life ba during the sports? I mean, ano ba? Or you just focus on winning? Or Cupid has done
Winning
its
hearts.
shot, diba? Sige, who can be the representative?
Nicola.
Ayan, parang they're pointing to Nicole.
Actually, I met my current boyfriend.
Oh, see? I think, guys, I should join archery.
Yeah.
Okay, so you met your partner right now in archery. Okay,
Yes.
sige, tell us, go. Very interested. Okay.
He's also an archer. We met at actually it's funny because we met at a Christmas party in Novaliches, Quezon City.
Can we name? Hindi na, wag na lang. Sige, and then,
Ayun. Actually, I just
kinilig, ayun.
I just finished. We just Ate Pia and I just finished the 2017 SEA Games, and I managed to bag a silver and a bronze at that time.
And a boyfriend.
And that December, a few archers came up to me and told me na, "Uy, someone likes you."
Ayan,
and
teasing.
all that.
So, I think what Nicole's trying to say is that hindi puro seryoso naman, or like, hard work, that you just have to eat, sleep, and then train. There's always a time for everything. And we're so happy.
Time management.
Time management. Ayun. So, we're so happy for you, Nicole, no? And of course, you share and you sprinkle some good vibes to your co-archers, no, na magka-love life din. Well, anyway, let's go back to you guys being Sillimanians. What do you think is the contribution of Silliman education as you excel in the area of sports, particularly archery?
Actually, I think if not all, most teachers are really supportive of what we do, and because we always have absences, because we have tournaments, and all that,
of
they
course.
span like the least 3 days, so we'd really have absences. They're really supportive in the sense that they allow us to make up for these absences. They allow us to take up on these quizzes and everything. And also they understand that we don't only focus on school, that our focus is divided. So I've actually had some teachers that have reached out to, and they've helped me parang learn the lessons kasi
Yes.
I missed them. So in that way, I think Silliman has been really supportive of our endeavors.
Yeah, I'd like to hear from Naina, especially at you're at the junior high school. What's also the experience, especially missing classes? So how does Silliman support you in that way?
The teachers are very supportive, as well as my classmates. Like, if there are any assignments, I just go, can you share the assignments that I've missed? And then they'll send it to the group chat. And I'll be able to do them while at the venue.
Wow,
Or,
multitasking.
yes, or while during the evenings when like it's downtime.
So it's really passion, guys, no? It's really passion intertwined in your veins na parang it's something that you breathe, no? So archery is something that's really part of your life. So we're running out of time. So maybe our ender for this episode, if there is this dream competition that you'd like to participate, or maybe a dream opponent, you know, or I don't know, maybe a dream tournament, if there's such a thing, what would it be? Let's start with Gab.
I think it'd be the Olympics.
Olympics.
Yeah, I would say the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
This year is the
It's the Founders Day also,
Yeah.
you're still interested. So it would be the Olympics. I think Olympics would be the aim, would be the highest.
Yeah,
Ano.
it's there. Up
It's
there.
there. Okay. Sige guys, thank you very much. I enjoyed.
Thank you for
this
having
Yes. We enjoyed this conversation. And do you have tryouts? And I mean, where do people go if they would love to be part of your team?
You just approach the coaches.
You could also probably just DM like
Any of us.
You have a,
Any of
do you have a Facebook page or like
not really.
email?
No.
Okay, so who's the person to contact to? Sino ba?
just anyone.
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 We're very open.
They're
to
very
new
open. So,
archers.
Naina, Nicole, Phoebe, Pia, and Gab. Okay, find them on Messenger and they'll lead you the way. Alright. Thank you very much, guys. And we have now come to the last segment of the show. It's called #WTP or Word to Ponder. Well, friends, my word to ponder for this episode, I think it would be passion, right? Because no matter how hectic the schedule gets, no matter how difficult the circumstances get, once it's really a thing that you believe in, it's something that you want to pursue, it's something that you want to excel at, I mean, nothing, no obstacle can stop you. So I invite you to continue your passion. And hopefully one of those passions is to join our episode every Monday night. Thank you very much for joining our episode tonight. See you next week, and to God be the glory. Hey guys, thank you for joining another episode of #Silliman. Support as well our social media platforms. On Facebook, we have a Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. Don't forget to like, share, comment on your favorite episodes. And on YouTube as well, click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. Catch us every 8 p.m. Channel 6. Phil Products, that's every Monday night, and replays will be aired Tuesday before the noontime news and Saturday after the noontime news. Sitting on behalf of Ronelyn and Vailoces-Not, this has been Joshua Soldivillo. Kita Kits next week only here on #Silliman! Woo! Bye guys!